Mike and Aneissa and see how the workout's been going. They've been battling some illnesses and haven't been able to get in quite as regular as hoped to be. But, so what have y'all been experiencing? When was you able to get started back again?
Well, has it been 2 weeks now?
2 weeks, yeah.
And we've probably worked out, what, 5 times?
5 or 6.
So we've done pretty good, even with our daughter being sick again and everything.
Yeah. She's here today, so glad she's feeling better.
Yeah.
So what have you noticed since the last time we talked?
More energy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I've noticed.
Yeah. Good.
For me, anyway.
Okay.
I've noticed a big difference. One of the things that was like I have to get back in there was my back was hurting and my neck was hurting, and I saw that improved when I came in, and I see a big difference.
Right.
I see a big difference. It feels really good.
And what is it with your back again? That's
I've always had problems with my back. I was in some car accidents when I was about 18, and so since then I've had problems, and ideally I like to see a chiropractor on a regular basis, but recently I haven't been able to do that. So I've noticed a big difference with the ROM machine, just kind of the structure. It stretches your back, and I can feel the muscle strengthening. And the other thing I notice is the core, because I also know that with back problems, a lot of times it's a weak core. And I can feel that. I can feel that being strengthened.
Good. Well, I mentioned a couple other testimonies with back issues. We've got a fellow that's been with us for a number of years now, Bob Shelton. He's a pharmacist.
Okay.
He's got 2 compressed discs from a skydiving incident years ago. His second week, he looked at me and said, "My back pain is gone."
Wow.
A month and a half to 2 months later, he missed 4 days. Came in on a Monday. Tuesday when I seen him, he came back in. He said, "That was a test if I ever had one. My back started hurting when I missed. It stopped hurting yesterday." And he's been faithful to it, you know. And his wife had mentioned, said, "Well, you know, he could get the same results, you know, doing yoga." And I said, "Well, yeah, but you're looking at an hour versus 4 minutes a day. I mean, you know, if I can get the same results with 4 minutes a day as I can with an hour of yoga, I think I'm going to choose the 4 minutes." You know. Then we had another fellow, Ben Blake. He was a retired chief police, and he'd had back surgery maybe a year or so before he started coming to Quick Gym. His second week, he said, "I went shopping with my wife Saturday, and I walked for 3 hours before I had to sit down and rest." I said, "Well, that's great, Ben. How long was you walking before?" He said, 5 minutes because of the pain. So 2 weeks made a big difference with his back. And we got a lot of people that's got back issues, scoliosis, you know, and a chiropractor even compliments them on how well their adjustments are, you know, their standing adjustment and everything, because they're building that core since they've been working the ROM machine.
I've also noticed I've had some knee pain as I get older. And I also have noticed that my knees don't bother me. And since Brenna's been sick, I had to go up and down the stairs probably 30 times.
Yeah.
And my knees didn't bother me at all. I felt fine. And that was another thing I noticed, that whenever I took that little break, my knees started bothering me.
Yeah.
Right, I noticed the difference.
Well, and the thing with it, we've got a lot of people same kind of deal with knee issues. You know, they can't hardly walk, you know, without pain. But with the workout, because it's zero impact, even walking, you have that impact. So if you were walking on a treadmill or just out here on the street walk, you're going to have impacts going to bother your knees. And you don't get the range of motion to really lubricate them, because exercise lubricates your joints. And with this, because of the range of motion is possible, you can get a good lubrication, which makes it a lot easier on the knees, even after the workout. We had a lady the other day that joined her and her husband. They're in their 60s or 70s. And she had just had some shots in her knees about 3 days before her first workout. She had still had some pain, but it was reduced a great deal with these shots. But she'd done the workout, and she said it was 3 days before my knees started hurting again. You know, so it's just the lubrication that you get with the workout with the zero impact. You know. So y'all been able to make it pretty faithfully now these last 2 weeks, and it's good to seeing those results coming back. You know, and Probably hadn't seen any weight change just yet.
No,
No,
not
I
really.
never even checked.
Yeah. And how's your appetite and stress levels? Aneissa, I know before you talk about when you was able to come in faithful, how that has affected your appetite.
So far, I haven't seen a significant difference in my appetite, but I have seen a significant difference again in my stress.
Yeah.
You know, I feel more even-keeled. He could probably answer that even better. But I just feel more even-keeled. I know that there was one day when we had a lot going on, and I was feeling pretty stressed, and I told him, I was like, I want to go in. I want to go in a quick gym. And then afterwards, I felt much better.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, the endorphins or whatever, I can see the difference in just the 8 minutes, because we do the upper and lower when we come in. So in just the 8 minutes, I can feel a significant difference. And when I get home, I feel more energized, and I feel like I can, you know, keep going.
Yeah. And that's a lot of things too. People that tend to eat because they're stressed, and exercise will relieve that stress. So you don't tend to, you know, crave the sweets and stuff like that so much. We have a lot of testimonies like that too. You know, and I remember you had the same thing with the little chocolates.
Yeah, with my chocolate thing.
And it's simply the stress. It's nothing magical. You know, it's just simply the stress relief that exercise provides. And of course, with the high intensity, you can come in here mad as a hornet and try to tear the machine up. By the time you're finished, all the stress is gone. You know, so appreciate y'all time coming in today. You know, I think we're both kind of off kilter yesterday, but we look forward to sitting down again in a week or so, and we can get back together and see how things are going forward. So.
Sounds great.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.